Okay, so countdown, day 8. We're on day 8 until the end of the month. And I'm going to show you me doing my highlight plan and my daily plan for today. Today is packing day. I have not done any packing at all. The plan was to do a little, like 2 hours worth of packing every day. I have not done that due to everything else. So therefore, priorities have shifted in regards to, in the first video, I was saying how I'm going to be juggling my business, promoting the product, and finding out where we're going to live, and doing and packing. Okay. Due to getting the property together, in regards to where we're going to stay at, has taken all day, and which I only anticipated half a day, but it took the entire day. And also due to the several hours that it took for me to clean the storage bin that my mom got me, yay. She had an extra one, so that's why I had to clean it. Storage bin and more totes and stuff like that. She had extra totes and storage bins, but they were in her storage outside, so I had to clean those. And that took several hours to do because of all the spiders and spider webs and everything else. So due to other things taking a lot longer than anticipated, and I also picked up another route, my side hustle that I told you that I drive also, that was in the mix too. I picked up, and I already had it planned that I was going to drive on Monday, but I picked up another route on Tuesday. So that shifted. That's why it actually took me all day to do the property, and then also the machete and another tool I was using wasn't sharp enough. And so that took longer because it was dull, and the weed whacker wasn't working. So then I had to do everything manual. Needless to say, it took all day. So my day was already shifted because of me deciding to drive for the first couple hours, and then the extra unforeseen situations on the property. So I reassess the priorities because with ADHD minds. So I know I had a lot of eyeballs on the first video, and not everybody may have ADHD. So if you don't have ADHD, surprise, we tend to have an issue with knowing priorities. I'm gonna speak for me. I think in general, but I'm gonna speak for me and my brain. I don't really know about other people in the spectrums that they're on. So I have an easy time knowing the difference between if something is super important and everything else is just mediocre. That is not an issue for me in knowing the priorities. And I want to say most likely most people with ADHD have that same issue. It's just, or that same ability. Where the problem comes in is whenever we have equally important priorities. Like, for example, me promoting the business and having, or me working on the business and promoting the product, because the underline of me doing that, I'm grouping that as one like priority, right? Business priority. The reason why that was important to me is because that's bringing in income, which will get me out of the situation that we're going to be in. That we're going to be in. Because either we're going to be, I did not inform you. Okay. One, I did find a foundation. It's called Found House. I don't know if it's globally or, let me not say globally. I don't know if it's across the US, but I know in the greater Cincinnati tri-state area, so Cincinnati, Kentucky area, it is here. It's called Found House. It is a magnificent concept to where I actually want to partner with them, obviously when I get on my feet. What they do is they temporarily house pets. So the owners can get them back when they get out of their homeless or transitional situation. So I did contact them, the one guy. So, and I also offered to volunteer as well, because like I said, I absolutely love the concept. I do have an orientation with the lady who was in charge of volunteering next week. And the guy that is in charge of the intake, he is not available until August 5th. So that is why I was talking to y'all about the property. Y'all don't know anything about the daggone property. Okay. So the plan is either one, if I cannot get the dogs and the cats into the facility after talking to the lady who volunteers. That's the goal. I'm gonna talk to the lady who is in charge of volunteers. Whenever we have our orientation, I'm gonna talk to her to see if I can get them in by the 1st. If that is the case, I can get them in, I can expedite that process and get them in. Then I'm going to find a shelter for me and my daughter. If I cannot get them in, I have to wait for the guy until August 5th, or I can't get them in at all. I will be staying on land. It is private land. It is legal. I've already went through the laws and sanctions and everything else. It is legal. I do know the person whose land I'm going to be staying on. That's what I was saying in regards to I was preparing the land. Because right now the land is like for hunting and dumping. And so it is not like flat, hey, this is a camping ground type land. Okay. So I had to prep the land for us to be on just in case. Because right now with the information I have is that I cannot even speak to anybody for the intakes of the cats and dogs until August 5th. We have to be out by the 1st. So that's at least 5 or 6, I don't know how long the process is, days before I even know anything about whether they now have a place to go or not. Because I'm not surrendering my babies. If I am living on the property, Zakira will be staying with her dad at night. For in like the daytime, afternoon, whenever he's working, she's gonna be with me. And at night she is, so whenever he's not working, she's gonna be with him. And definitely at night, when she goes to sleep, he is always at home. So she's gonna be there. She's gonna sleep indoors under a roof, safe from snakes and spiders. I, on the other hand, will be exposed with the cats and the dogs. And I was up there thinking like, well, maybe that's why God decided to, maybe that's why God trusted me with their lives, because he knew I would give my life for them. So, you know, I'm always going to look positive at situations and try to figure out, oh, okay, let's be optimistic. So I think maybe that's why he trusted me with their lives, because he knew we would be in this situation or whatever situation. And he also knew they mean that much to me that I would give my life for them. Housing. I mean, for the temporary housing for the pets. So if Found House does come through, in regards to being able to take all of them, because if you are unaware, I have 4 dogs, 5 cats, although the one likes to roam and she hasn't been home for a couple of days. So that's going to be a challenge getting her. But either way, I have 9 pets. If they can take them all, then I will look for a shelter for me and Zakira, and then we'll be indoors, not being on the property. So, and then obviously I'll be working everything, working my business or corporate, whatever, to be able to get out of that situation quickly. I also have started doing, I applied. So I've started getting into the government contract sector. So I'm waiting on a case number. I've already been going through that process for the last week, about the last week, as far as learning and trying to get the UEI, and now we're waiting on the case number. I was going to be studying how to write the proposals and, for the bids and everything else, but ranch has been thrown in the plan, so now I don't have time to study for that. So I will have to wait until I'm in a stable situation, as in me not needing to pack up and get everything out. So this eviction is not on my record. So when I finally get to a place where I know where I'm going, then I'll be able to study that. So as soon as I get my cage number, or if I get my cage number in the process of this, I can start at the moment that I'm ready to start bidding, and I know how to write a proposal. I'm on it. So I'm really praying that comes through. But kind of to bring it back, so the business part was my way of having income coming in. Obviously, money is priority, right? I would say top priority, but also moving out, so this is not on your record, is top priority. Finding a place to live when you move out is top priority. So now we have 3 things that are top priority, and you can't do 3 things all at once. Well, sometimes you can't. Well, my thing is that I'm going to try to do all 3. But when your attention is divided, you can't give 100% to all of them. So when you have to make a choice on what gets the attention, what gets the focus, that's when, because they're all three top, that's when I have a hard time with my ADHD brain of figuring out which one needs to take precedent in like what order. Priorities were shifted. I then, business stuff, that's out. I don't have time. That is no longer a top priority. What is the top priority is packing up. Because like I said, with the moving, I already have the two choices. So that's already checked off the list. Now, priority is I got to pack up and I got to move out. So that is the focus for the remaining 8 days, is making sure everything is packed up. If I can get everything, today is the day that I'm going to try to do the most, because I move into my storage unit tomorrow. Experience has done is it showed me the plan or the layout, the structure that I had for the planner bundle before here. It worked okay. Look, a product review. It worked okay, but it wasn't like all that. I didn't like the repetitiveness of me having to like, because the concept was work your way down. You see the year, you see the backlog of the year, and then you do for the month, and then you do for the week, and then daily and the highlights. So that was the concept. But because I was trying to make it concise and in one page, then everything was small. And all it was doing was just making things repetitive, because you can only put so much space. So instead of breaking down the task like I wanted them to, you weren't breaking down the task. It was still the lump sum, because that's all that could fit in that space. So because I have access to the product, I can improve it at any time. And redid the weekly, monthly, and yearly planner to this layout that I have now. And I love it. So far, it is working. So that's great. So hey, this process has helped me improve my product for you all. So, and then whenever I am, like I said, whenever I'm stable, then I'll be able to, I've already went through all of the like I told y'all in the first video, it's been over 1,500 hours that I have invested in putting my offer together and getting the information and the knowledge and everything. So I will be putting that offer up available after I get everything situated. I have everything written out. There are some things that I need to fine tune and tweak, which is why we have to wait, because it's not ready. And I don't have the time now to focus on that to make it ready. So you just got to wait a couple more weeks. Offer is better. System is better. So yay. Like I said, I'm always going to be optimistic. So this process has helped me improve my product. That I would not, well, I'm pretty sure it would have came up eventually, but more people would have had it and been struggling with it. Like, I'd rather fix it in the beginning. Than wait till later. So I'm just glad that I'm able to make the product better now as opposed to waiting. So yay. Yay for that. All right, I gotta go, because like I said, we are in a hurry. I got a lot to do. I have pretty much a whole house to pack in one day. I'm really gonna attempt to do this in one day. So it's okay. Let me be realistic. I know it's not gonna happen in one day for this house, because it's so much stuff. Because like I said, I've been here for 10 years. So I know it is unrealistic that I would have this whole house packed up in one day, but I am going to shoot for that so I can get as much as possible done. Because if I shoot high and I fall low, then at least, but I have like the expectation, so I'm not going to crush myself that you didn't get everything done. Like, technically I knew I wasn't going to get everything done. So it's not going to crush my spirits. But if I aim high and like try to get it done, then I won't waste time. If I say, oh, only do half the house, then I will waste time. So I'm going to get off here and get to that. And then the next little clip that you'll see is me showing you the planner, me doing the planner for today.